Super Smash Bros. DLC reveals are the closest thing we get to feeling like a kid waking up on Christmas morning as an adult. Sometimes you get the N64, and sometimes you get the... Luckily, Smash Ultimate's newest DLC fighter, Sephiroth from Final Fantasy VII, falls into the first category of... But why is that? Using the one-winged angel himself as a reference point, let's take a look at what makes a good Super Smash Bros. DLC character. This might sound cliche, but above all else, a Smash DLC character edition needs to be hype. It needs to get Nintendo fans excited to spend more money buying more characters for a roster of 77 gaming icons and Corrin. Just like the interview for that job you'll eventually quit to become a Twitch streamer, a great first impression is crucial for Smash DLC characters. This first impression comes in the form of the character reveal trailer. If the reaction to a character reveal is... and not... then there will probably be less players maining that character than Dr. Mario a month after the DLC drops. Nintendo knocked the character reveal out of the park with Sephiroth, choosing to drop his reveal trailer during the Game Awards 2020 like they did with Joker back in 2018 for maximum exposure. Thank you for putting the trailer at the beginning of the show so we didn't have to hang around to see The Last of Us 2 win award after award. Who the hell votes for these things? Starting the trailer off showing an unusually high amount of third-party characters before playing the beginning chords of One-Winged Angel.
I think it's good.
No, it's Sephiroth!
What?
This is One-Winged Angel and that's Sephiroth! No way! Set up one of the best Smash DLC trailers to date. The trailer was chock full of references as well, harkening back to the Advent Children movie and Aerith's accident, to name a few. Along with the character reveal trailer itself, the hype from a DLC character can come from the significance of them being added to the game. If Ryu being added to Smash 4 hadn't been leaked as easy as making a plumber joke whenever Nintendo has a leak, then people would have gone absolutely crazy for his addition despite a relatively tame reveal trailer. Ryu was Smash's first competitive fighting game rep added to the roster, and the competitive fighting game character at that. In the case of Sephiroth, third-party reps are always a big deal, but nobody expected another Square Enix character after a hero from Dragon Quest was included in Fighter Pass 1. On top of that, Square Enix was so stingy with Final Fantasy and Smash that Cloud was the last character to be brought back for Ultimate's Everyone Is Here theme. Nintendo couldn't get Square Enix's approval to bring him back until the last minute. Not to mention that there were only 2 Final Fantasy songs in the game, and Cloud had the most boring set of ults in the game. Well, zip-up sweaters are out right now, so I wouldn't go with one of your Advent Children outfits. You should go with your second blue Final Fantasy VII ult. That's always been my favorite of yours, and it will make you look more sensitive than your brown and red ults. Right, I knew that. So almost no one would have guessed that Square Enix would loosen up about Final Fantasy and Smash enough to add a second rep to the roster. On top of that, it's f***ing Sephiroth! People often complain about Smash getting another anime sword fighter, but Sephiroth is the original anime sword fighter not named Cloud Strife. He was one of the last remaining iconic video game antagonists not on the Smash roster yet. A wrong that Sakurai has been working hard to right in Smash Ultimate with the additions of Ridley, K. Rool, and now Sephiroth. Hopefully Dr. Eggman gets his roster spot soon too. If you didn't know who Sephiroth was prior to his addition to the Smash roster, you probably got roasted by your friends and family. Final Fantasy VII is not only one of the most influential RPGs in video game history, but one of the most influential video games in general. Final Fantasy VII brought video game storytelling to new heights and was one of the first games to ever incorporate 3D graphics. Needless to say, out of the characters left to be added into Smash, Sephiroth was one of the most deserving and made the hype of his addition as high as it was. Once the dust settles from the initial character reveal, the focus moves to attention to detail from the character's franchise in their stage and moveset. A new stage is pretty hard to mess up. A good rule of thumb is for the stage to be enjoyable for casuals and competitive players alike. The only DLC stages I have a problem with are Spring Stadium because the only thing keeping it from being tournament legal with hazards off is... why? In Spiral Mountains, constant spinning makes some players want to throw up their honeycombs. Oh. Sephiroth's stage has no such issues and finds that sweet spot of appealing to all players. Not only is Northern Cave being considered for tournament rule sets with its simple double platform, Kalos Pokemon League-esque layout, but this stage tells the story of the end of Final Fantasy VII. Sakurai loves spoilers a little too much. The stage is a visual marvel that dives deep into Jenova's original holding place before the team escapes the core in the Highwind ship and comes face to face with Sephiroth's black magic meteor that he summoned to destroy the world. The life stream ultimately stops the meteor to save the planet, and the stage cycle restarts. You'd think that playing on this stage would cause cloud-level PTSD headaches like Spiral Mountain, but most players have reported having little issues with the background visuals so far. If there's one spot where Sephiroth's representation in Smash could have been stronger, it's his moveset including more references to his source material, but that can be said for a lot of DLC characters outside of their special attacks. I'd say that Banjo and Kazooie have the most game references packed into their moveset out of any Smash Ultimate DLC character. Does this mean that their moveset works well together? No! But that's a topic for another day. Making a moveset for Min Min must have been a nightmare when this was all they had to work with. Outside of a forward smash that could potentially be from Advent Children, the only other noticeable reference in Sephiroth's normal attacks is his down air. Sakurai made sure to let us know many times that Sephiroth's down air is called Hell's Gate, but we all know it's actually called Down Aerith. The rest of his normals are brand new to Smash as far as I can tell, which makes me wish I could be a fly on the wall when they picked out his neutral air. When it comes to special moves, Octoslash comes from Final Fantasy Crisis Core, and Scintilla is Sephiroth's signature move in Dissidia. Giga Flare and Mega Flare come from Final Fantasy VII, but they aren't moves that Sephiroth uses in the game. They're actually attacks from the Bahamut, who can be summoned by the heroes in battle through equipping materia. Sephiroth's side B, Shadow Flare, doesn't make an appearance until Sephiroth's final form in the final boss fight of Final Fantasy VII. Sephiroth's final smash is another Sakurai Final Fantasy VII spoiler that showcases him using his Supernova attack. Could you imagine if the final smash lasted over 2 minutes like Supernova does in Final Fantasy VII?
Yeah, you got me. Good game.
Good game. So how are things going with you and your girl?
Pretty good. I'm her favorite tier 3 Twitch sub.
Nice, nice.
How's the kids?
I don't have those.
Oh, right.
You just want to go to Chipotle?
Yeah, let's go.
Like Joker, Sephiroth also gets a victory screen that gives his teammate 0 credit when he wins in doubles. Sephiroth's features him engulfed in flames as a callback to both Final Fantasy VII and Advent Children. It's not part of his moveset, but the special victory screens are a really cool touch that I hope continue to be included for future DLC characters when it makes sense for them to have. References to the character's original games are great, but what matters the most towards the long-lasting impression of the character is how effectively their moveset is balanced. Are the character's tools so bad that they make people want Piranha Plant as a playable character even less than they already did? Or are they so good that they almost single-handedly killed Smash 4? Smash Ultimate's DLC characters have been a mixed bag of good and bad, with Sephiroth looking like a good character that still has noticeable flaws to keep him in check. Many of his moves like Octoslash, Mega Flare, and his gigantic up air have quite a bit of startup and end lag when used to balance their risk-reward. This balance is refreshing in a game where a lot of characters don't have end lag when they should. I'm looking at you, f***ing wolf. Sephiroth has absurd range in general, but most of his moves take a decent amount of time to become active to compensate for being able to forward smash you from halfway across the stage. Sephiroth traded having a longer sword for a shorter sword somewhere else, but his grab is pretty quick to make up for its mediocre range. One-Winged Angel is actually a well-thought-out Smash Bros. Comeback mechanic for once, because Sephiroth receives the wing buffs earlier or later, depending on whether he's winning or losing, and he can sometimes lose the wing after killing an opponent. Sephiroth also loses it when he dies, which is a big deal when you have the hurt box of Snake, but are also as light as Kirby. Meanwhile, who the hell thought it was okay to put Joker's Twinkie ass at the top of midweight? Apparently the weight of maintaining all those relationships is really heavy. Not all Super Smash Bros. DLC characters are created equal in terms of hype and how good they are, but isn't that half the fun at the end of the day? It'll be tough for Sakurai and the dev team to top Sephiroth, but whoever they pick next, I'm sure they'll put a lot of love into that character. Will it be an overdue Nintendo rep like Paper Mario or Rex? Or will it be another big third-party reveal like Crash or even Master Chief? Who knows? But you know what we do know? It sure won't be Geno.